form. Bristleback is banned out next here, which is interesting.
I feel like I've seen Hector play the Bristleback, not very commonly, but when he did play it, it did cause a lot of problems. I'm wondering if he's been playing that a lot in scrims and in his pubs recently too, because it's strange that that's a targeted ban. That's not something that you typically see right now in this current meta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because this is 2 games in a row now they banned out that Bristleback. Maybe they're thinking about just picking strength carry heroes for Hector.
They could. Maybe that's the plan all along. I mean, he could take any one of his builds, his alchemist builds, and just tag it onto another strength core.
Yeah.
I do like the ogre pickup here. Again, we're going there. Oh man. All right. Yeah. So you've got 3 melee and you've got an axe on the side of Beast Coast. I like the idea of the ogre just because I feel like this patch is very much, buff up your core. Get like a solar crest on them, put empower on them, put some bloodlust, maybe even if you get a little wild, you want to go full whole hog here, you go and you pick up an invoker and you put alacrity. But with all of these, okay, there's a non-melee hero. I think that's good, but if Axe picks up a blade mail, it's still going to cause a lot of problems. They go for the Spectre.
Interesting.
PA versus herself.
Dire team's turn to ban.
That's not confirmed.
The big brain gamers know that it's to be true.
I wouldn't call Slacks a big brain gamer. I'd call them big.
Oh, shit. Jeez, dude. Oh my gosh. Somebody's put that sentence to Slacks.
Oh no. I love that man.
You'll never work in this town again, kid.
Radiant team's turn to ban.
Like, I'll call him big brain when he stops picking techies, all right?
You'll never stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
Mm.
That man is one with the techies.
It's hard to be on the side of, a pub terrorist.
10 seconds remaining to ban.
Oh, man.
Final,
yep. I don't think you need to worry about that so much, but especially when you consider that there is an axe on your team, but it is something.
Here's the interesting thing about that one. The Dazzle's actually pretty good against the axe in the laning phase. Just because his main goal is to aggro the entire creep wave onto himself and get spins off of it. And when you do that, you're basically setting up the Dazzle to heal bomb you. So it does a lot of damage to him.
That's true. I don't know. I feel like every time I see Frank play Dazzle in the offlane on Thunder Predator, if they win, it's in spite of it.
Well, give it to anyone other than Frank.
It only does so much, But at this point, you've already got the ogre picked up. I'm pretty sure Wind Ranger's probably going to be a 4. It could be a Magnus 4 too. I like this Pugna pickup. I actually really like this.
Very undervalued hero, in my opinion. I think it is incredibly strong. It has a huge amount to save. The downtime on Decrepify is so low. If you're pushing tools and, in other words, just an amazing team fight ability.
10 seconds remaining.
What's the final pickup here for Thunder Predator?
5 seconds.
I'm trying to figure out the lanes. I feel like it's an Ogre 5, Wind Ranger 4, or Magnus 4.
It's got to be someone with some reach. A Spirit?
Okay, no, so they're going to put Frank on the Tide Hunter, and they're going to put Leostyle on the mid Magnus?
I'm not sold on this one, Moxxi. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like the Tide Hunter to close out this draft. I think he's going to have mana issues because the Pugna Ward. I think his Anchor Smash isn't going to be amazing. I mean, he's playing against a Lashrak hero. He's going to take it down by that. If he's up against a bunch of strength melee heroes, great. Your Tide Hunter is going to do tons of work, but I feel like it's going to be underwhelming. And I feel like they're going to struggle to catch and take fights against Beast Coast. They're just going to run circles around them.
Yeah, I'm not sold on it either.
10 seconds remaining.
Like, I understand what they want to do, but I feel like they also just picked up that Magnus PA just a little too early, personally. It'll be interesting, though, to see Moose playing the Lashrak, because he is going to be playing it in the 5 position, which you don't see a lot of that, honestly. But the draft coming out from Beast Coast just makes a lot of sense. Like, Whisper's going to be super active, Chris Luck. They don't have, like, the best heroes here because, MNZ, he needs to be babysat. you need to keep a support in that lane. Maybe Matthew makes his way over, but again, it's a Pugna. Like, I don't know. I feel like Chris Luck is still going to have a very good game, especially with Schofield on that Earth Spirit. He's a fantastic Earth Spirit. He's going to make things happen. He's going to make plays. And it's just going to be a lot of space again coming out for Hector. So,
yeah. I like these drafts a lot better than last game. I think there's going to be way more action, though.
I should hope so. We got our first blood at like 5 minutes, and it wasn't even like exciting. It was just a very slow, like, yup. There's no way he gets out of this one. Just boop, boop, dead. That is a very fancy Pugna.
It is quite the hat. You know, that's from the Immortal Treasure 3, I think. And if you noticed, every single hat from the Immortal Treasure 3 is actually just the Bruno hat from that one time. You know the one I'm talking about.
I do remember that. Oh man, good memories. I miss those days of fortune teller Bruno. I miss lands. Guys, remember in my day, we had something called lands, where players would all travel and there'd be a big crowd, and you could go and like get a picture with the players and feel that energy and meet friends. Those were the days now.
How'd they afford that? Couldn't they have had to fly all the players out and then...
Well, you know, there was support. There was support for the scenes. They actually would spend the money to fly these guys out and get them hotels. And not only the players, but also they got managers out there. They got their support staff. It was a wonderful time. There was something called the DPC as well. And boy, was that a beautiful moment in Dota's history.
What does DPC stand for?
I'm glad you asked that, Neph. It's the Dota Pro Circuit.
I'm not convinced. This doesn't sound real.
It was a truly magical time for those of us who were big Dota fans. It's marvelous. Marvelous. We had support for the SA scene too. They started flying them out places, started seeing these teams get, you know, even more and more prosperous because they had this funding behind them.
The battle resumes.
I heard the SA was just a charity slot.
What did you expect?
Oh, you heard wrong, my friend.
And then they came at 8th at TI, and everyone can...
Truly a sort of Cinderella story.
Yep.
Those were the days. Someday, it has been foretold, the DPC will come back to us, and we will have lands again. Someday. This is not looking good for Hector right now, though. That shackle, couple more boops here, and yep, dead. So pretty nice start here for MJZ. I'm sure Frank would have preferred to get that final hit, but you know.
What do you spend all that money on? Let's take a look. Why did he steal the money from his core player? Where's his courier? He's not even sending it out yet, I don't think. I know, there he is. He sends out
Tangos.
Tango. No, is that his mid? No, it's going to mid.
It's MJZ's courier. Is this an Iron Branch?
Three mangoes
and
a
little
branch.
Snack.
Ah. 3 mangoes and that's what you get with your carry stealing blood money. 3 mangoes.
You know?
No.
An ogre's gotta eat, man.
I'm not big on that. I feel like you buy Sobi mask or something.
Well, you're not the one getting it. Oh, nice shackle from Matthew. Just holds Hector into place, but again, they'll need a little bit more damage, so MJZ rejoining top here with MNZ. Just gonna be a big beefy boy and try to bully Schofield here.
I want to watch this mid lane. The Pugna is a lot worse of a laner than he used to be. A couple patches ago, they nerfed his other abilities. His Nether Ward and his Decrepify used to be a lot stronger. It would have more cast range and, I guess, a bigger duration on the Nether Ward at early levels. Now he doesn't have as many options in the laning phase, so he's going to have to get close to the creep wave every time he wants to Decrepify the Magus, and that, of course, means he's going to take a couple attacks from power, and he's susceptible to getting hit by Shockwave as well.
As the Decrepify, like we said. So, again, I'm happy to see Leo Sao back in this mid lane. I feel like he could be on a better hero, but it makes sense with what they want to do with their draft. The thing that I'm actually really concerned about is Whisper is going to be a huge thorn in their sides here. Although I say that, and does take a decent amount of damage. But I feel like this is a hero that's going to come online very quickly. He's going to be able to pair up with Pugna and just make a lot happen. Nice snipe here from Schofield as he takes down MNZ's courier. That's going to hurt a little bit here from him. I'm not sure what was on it.
Me either. I mean, this is what you want to be doing on Earth Spirit, though. When you play him in the position 4, you can't really sit him inside the lane. He doesn't really do that much. Instead, you kind of play with the creep aggro. You block the enemies from trying to pull. You be a nuisance for the enemy. Get your level 2, then start to rotate and get kills. But he might just. He's
MJZ, yeah, look at this.
He's baiting. What?
He's baiting? I don't think that's baiting. I think he just gave up on life there.
He had 3 stick charges. He could have lived there. He could have just clicked them. Just press the button or kick him away. It was off a cooldown. I think maybe he thought it was better to die there.
Maybe.
That is so bizarre to me.
2 kills underneath MJZ's belt now.
But all he's spending it on is food. Avocado toast.
It's ruining the economy of Dota. Kids with their mango toast.
Yeah. That's fine. I want to look elsewhere. This Ogre Magi has angered me.
You're making me sad.
Yeah, back towards the mid lane, 16-6 on the puck. I mean, I guess that's what he's going to be doing with his Decrepify, having a much better time against Magnus every time he wants to go in for a last hit. Instead, he just gets decrept and then...
Ooh, Hector! Going for that splitter. It does manage to go and land it. Just trading back with Matthew, but Hector's going to be so careful the way that he's playing.
Yeah.
Looks like we have a rotation over here on the mid lane from Schofield. Smoked up, Decrepify, push back underneath the tower though. The roll in coming out from Schofield. Trying to keep Chris Luck alive just a little bit longer. Does have that bottle, so he's going to be able to go right back in again. And he'll get salved up as well. Leostow now sitting pretty low. Doesn't have that bottle online just yet. Schofield just trying to put that pressure down. Let Chris Luck have this breathing room. And he'll be able to go and grab up the rune, too, at the 4-minute mark. So, very value rotation coming out from Schofield. Something that a lot of these SA teams like to do, especially TPredator. The kick back, though, skewer forward. And while this all happens, looks like they do find a kill on Moose in the bottom lane. But look how low everyone else is. Hector, he'd love to get this, but he just doesn't have enough damage here. Needs to be careful that he doesn't get kited too badly here. As Matthew plinking away. Let's have the dagger. Uses the fairy fire. It sucks. You see them so low, but you can't get that kill.
Nothing you can do about it. It's got. I'm not sure why he got this point in the Desolate. It feels a little bit useless to me. Only 15 pure damage if the enemy's sitting away from the creep wave. There must have been like a scenario where he leveled up and was forced to put a point in the Desolate. Because otherwise, I think he would have had the damage to heal them between like 2 daggers. There's a lot of damage lost that he otherwise could have had. At 5 minutes comes out, bounty runes, heroes start to rotate, but, unfortunately, doesn't look like there's big rotations. Anyone trying to take towers with catapults here. Chris Luck is playing very far forward. Now the catapult is in the mid lane.
So he was able to get a little bit of that life steal off of Leostow. But again, it's a Magnus. He can just charge away, so not going to be able to put down that much pressure.
Yep. And that's exactly what happened last time. I mean, you rolled in on Schofield, you tried to kick the Magnus back, and then he just skewered back into the safety of his tower. Speaking of...
Easy. Although Chris Luck is going to get skewered back underneath the tower. Does have to Decrepify if necessary. Turn this right back around again. Ooh, but Matthew coming in hot here. He'll be able to help Leostow collect himself a kill.
Yeah. And it's exactly what Matthew should be doing. I mean, 6 minutes rolls around now. He's scaring the rune for his teammate. He sees the Pugna at the bottle. Doesn't want him to be able to take advantage of that anymore. It's a little bit easier for him to, contest the runes with the Pugna. Because if Magnus commits a skewer to go into the runes, suddenly he's susceptible to getting killed by the Pugna. Cleaves down these creep waves here. Doesn't think that, or doesn't try to go for the tower. I mean, he's just going to get blasted out by the Pugna. They're going to have too much of a struggle trying to take the tower there. But looks like things have slowed down a bit. I mean, TPredator, yes, they're up 4 kills right now, but it doesn't feel like either team has that big of an advantage.
Feels like they're playing this very, very measured. But again, it feels like Chris Luck has a pretty decent lane this time around. Didn't get ganked too hard. Did have Schofield make his own rotation. He has died once. But generally, oh, that Invis though over on Leo's style. He's going to just skewer him right underneath the tower. Wait for it. Look at him. They use the RP. They skewer him back. Looking for that beautiful shackle shot. And he'll turn it right back around again, though. Leo style. Chris Luck still alive. The kick back. He wants this kill. He's going to be able to find it, though. Turns around. Gets a couple of these clicks off over onto Matthew. One more hit. Should do the trick. He's got the lifesteal, though. And he'll suck him dry. MJZ now trying to run away. The roll forward coming out from Schofield. He wants this kill, but they do have the Fire Blast. And more TPs are coming out. This PA, she wants to be a part of this. She wants to kill on Schofield. And it looks like they'll be able to find it. It's going to go over to the side of Leo style now. Moves is a little bit too deep over here. Sitting at level 3. He's not going to be able to survive this. This is going to be a dead position 5. Ooh, we get a pause here.
It's the BM pause.
That
Moves, what do you
is.
do? What are you doing so far forward? Oh, no, sorry. I need a second, everybody. Hey, would not be surprised. But they take a moment here. Pugna just blast away at the tower. He stopped the chase once, they got in between the tier 1 and 2. Decided he had enough, Focus on objectives. I don't need to be playing this game with everybody else.
To also point out that this is a lot of breathing room, again, for Spectre. And it's a lot of rotations over here. Whisper sitting at 7, working on that Blink Dagger. So again, yes, you're losing some of these supports, but it's a lot of space being made on the map when you consider how many people teleported in.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you got a kill on MNZ because of it, but he also gets chased off by the Axe now. I'm surprised I haven't seen either of these SA teams try to commit that hard for a tower at the 5-minute mark. Even the 10-minute mark either in the last game. I mean, Thunder Predator has been going for a lot more kills this game, yes, but nothing really has been coming of it. I mean, yes, they have more wards up. Like, their coverage, I feel like, is a little bit better, but other than the ward coverage, Thunder Predator aren't really getting much from these kills.
I wonder if they're waiting, because they just get the haunt up now on Spectre. I was going to say, perhaps they wanted to allow Spectre to be a part of these fights, but it goes right back down. Hector, he says, I want to hit creeps now, so he haunts back to the Tidehunter here.
Dire's top tower
And
is
just
under
goes
attack.
back to doing what Hector does best.
Dire has
He will
lost
find
their
gold.
forces.
He will find it. He's like a niffler. Whisper, though, still trying to put the pressure onto MNZ. They've got moves here, too, so they'll be able to take this tower pretty quickly. As the rest of the team is making their own rotations. MJZ over here gets spotted out by Schofield. Put the Fire Blast out, but oh man, the damage coming out from Chris Luck. The body blocks to boot here. They're just going to try to let Chris Luck get the final hit. Needs to be careful, though. He's trying to get Roche to deny him. Decrepify comes out, and it doesn't matter. Your body belongs to Chris Luck. But they'll follow up with a really nice RP, so Chris Luck is very, very dead. Now Schofield kicks back the PA. He's looking to try to get out of this pit, but it's looking too difficult. Roshan not going to help a brother out as Schofield gets taken down.
Double kill.
It took him so long to just kill that Ogre Magi. The Pugna kept hesitating on just using Life Drain on him because he figured, all right, the moment I use Life Drain, the Ogre Magi is going to commit the Fire Blast. I'm going to have an awful time, and I'm just going to waste mana. But because of that, they ended up waiting so long before killing him. And MNZ, he just takes advantage of that opportunity and manages to get 2 kills on it because of the RP. And, Magnus comes towards him because of it as well and gives him an excuse to give him power and start farming up creep camps. It's just making it too easy for Thunder Predator with some of these decisions.
10-minute runes are up and running, though, so see Schofield managing to snap up one. Matthew trying to find that perfect positioning, though. Does get kicked back by Schofield. And I'm sure they're waiting to find that perfect shackle. There it is. Frank is here. In comes MJZ. He's helping, and Frank collects the kill.
They set their eyes here on this the bottom tower. They have the Carity with them now. Or at least I hope that they set their eyes on the bottom tower. I want to see more blood. I mean, we've had a pretty good showing so far, but surprised they aren't playing more around these 10-minute marks.
It feels like Thunder Predator, again, we do have 9 kills on the board, But it just feels like they should be playing even more aggressive, considering that it is a Spectre on the enemy team. Whisper has just been allowed to just farm up. In fact, he just finishes that Blink Dagger. That's actually massive. Gonna teleport over into the mid lane, hoping to maybe get the jump here on Leo Stout, which he does indeed. Look at these Power Ranger TPs coming out. The Grepify comes out. Frank followed up. Does not have enough mana just yet for the Ravage, although now he does. So looks like they'll respect it and they'll back off a little bit. Spectre having Haunt up at about 10 seconds. Doesn't matter though. Leo Style will fall to Chris Luck.
Too slow on that Ogre Magic getting off that Fire Blast.
A little bit, but now they don't have to worry about the Magnus. The call comes forward again. The blink from Whispers. They drag back on this poor Ogre Magi. And Chris Luck getting a little greedy here. He wants this final kill over onto MJZ. It's going to be Hector though. He just happens to be nearby, and they're going to put some pressure on the mid tower.
Unfortunately, Frank is not there to defend it either. Town Portal Scroll is on cooldown. Be careful with using your Town Portal Scrolls, everyone, especially when you're using them to just farm. He definitely could have been there to save that tower with Ravage up.
Well, he's definitely one of the threats, right? The threat of an early Ravage is something that you have to be very, very careful about. And if you know that he's not going to be able to join that fight, it makes it so much easier for the side of East Coast.
Mm-hmm. They probably saw that, he died, or he got bottom very fast after being somewhere else, and they say, okay, Frank's Town Portal Scroll on cooldown, let's take this mid tower, get a little bit of map control now. So, despite kills being pretty heavy the way of TPredator, East Coast are the first ones to get that mid tier 1.
Still is anybody's game, though. We're about less than 1k difference. And they do manage to take down the tier 1 over here with MNZ and Frank, but the entire time, you still got Hector. He's just farming. Is a little bit lower on the net worth, though. He's only sitting at 5.4k, whereas this PA, because of the fact that she does have the Magnus, she's got that Empower, is pretty big. MNZ right now sitting at 7.4k.
Oh, they're setting up on her. Whispers here. He's got his Blink Day. Oh, no.
Nope. They make the wrong choice. Over in the mid lane, though, the jump over onto Chris Luck with 4 heroes will pay off.
You chose poorly in the bottom lane, however, you chose very well in the mid lane.
Yes, you did. So now you don't have this Pugna for this defense of the mid tower. I don't think you want to take this fight without him.
Man, that was such a sick usage of Blur. I thought PA would just be farming inside the creep wave with the Blur, but instead they walked away. And of course, that roll ends up being wasted. And without Pugna here, whenever these people lose their mid laners, they're just able to spam out the wave. They try to shove forward. But everyone other than Spectre is sitting in mid, ready to take a fight. And of course, we actually didn't have the mana to go and take that fight with Spectre, but they don't know that. He's just using his mana to farm with Spectral Dagger. This is, the classic K1. Min-maxing.
Yep. He's got that Relic online, though. And we do have the Dessa, though, completed for the PA. So that is actually really, really scary for this Pugna if he can't get the Grepify off fast enough. He's just going to be slicing to ribbons.
Yeah. Oh, Moose, soften these up for me, maybe. He doesn't. That's wild. I'm actually surprised that he didn't soften those up for him.
We've yet to see a Ravage come out of this Tidehunter.
Yeah,
I'm actually a little surprised about that. I'd like to see him maybe posture a little bit more, and I guess they're really not pushing towers too much at this point. The only tier 1 left is in the bottom lane for the Dire, right? So perhaps that is the tower that he will throw his body at them, but it's kind of the lowest value tower in the game as well. So
yeah, it feels bizarre that he wasn't elsewhere when they were pushing the top and the mid lane. I feel like he definitely could have been there. Didn't necessarily need to use a Town Portal Scroll. It's not like he was rushing some super important item at this point either. I mean, he was just going for his Hood of Defiance because he really had nothing else to do. But it's getting late, It's almost midnight over where, over on the East Coast. And I think it's 1 a.m. where they are?
No, that would be because they're on Peruvian time. They're not on Brasilia time. Brasilia time is 1 hour ahead of Eastern time. Peruvian time, actually, I think is an hour behind Eastern time, if they're actually there. So,
I'm over on the West Coast, so I've got absolutely no idea.
Yep, it is, what time is it here? It is, like you said, almost midnight where I am, so people are probably a little tired. But they're playing it, it's their job. They play the Dotas.
It plays the Dota.
It plays the Dota, or it gets the hose again. No. We do have the Radiance completed now for the Spectre, so some of these squishier heroes are going to be a little bit nervous every time she goes in for this haunt now. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see some movement happening here, because Whisper has just finished up that Blade Mail, he's got the Blink Dagger, and he is running around with the Smoke of Deceit, so they could make something happen here. Roll forward here, trying to check out, make sure that PA's not in that pit. Leo style, though, on the high ground, Matthew and MNZ, they're going to be able to spot out Ector immediately. There it is, there's going to be the haunt, he just dodges it immediately, zipping around like a madman. Moose coming in here, trying to find this opening. Whisper looking as well, does have that Blink Dagger, trying to get within range, manages to go, and he grabs up. He's got the Blade Mail online too. This is not looking good as MJZ also falls. MNZ trying to run away here. They've got that Magnetize going on. This is not looking good though. MNZ, the Life Drain comes out, and it's going to be Chris Luck who cleans up. Matthew also falling during that engagement. What fast fingers coming out from Hector.
That is so wild. I mean, they're on top of him one moment. All this guy has is the Radiance. There's nothing else on him. And he manages to dodge the RP and take that fight because of it. That is insane. Making up for the, what I guess a lot of people would call an outdated build or like questionable choice here with just, fast reaction time. I mean, we are on the Peru servers. He does have, well, I guess every team here, there's no real advantage, but he is able to react fast because of that. But that is insane, being able to get the haunt off and then just jump to the correct hero at the right time before he can get that RP off.
Ooh, boy, that Hector, he sure pushes them buttons good.
And he pressed the hell out of that button, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was cool. That was definitely good reflexes coming out from him, so. Now they don't have to worry about RP.
Not for a little while now. And
well, I say that, and it's 5 seconds until RP is up because it's level 1, but you know.
I just find it so surprising that he's gone so unpunished for such a greedy build. Barely contributed to his team for like the first 16 minutes of the game, gets that Radiance, and then once he does have it, and they're at the point where he's 60 minutes in the game, and he's got basically nothing on him, he pulls some insane move that punishes the enemies for going on him. Name somebody other than Hector that could pull something like this off.
Oh, Matthew getting pulled in here. Forgetting to pop that Blade Mail, though, ahead of time, so. Maybe thinking that she's going to focus fire him, but there's a shackle. TPs are coming out, but Schofield is here as he rolls on in. They try to go jump in over onto MJZ. Matthew, though, thought he was away scot-free. It's not looking good as MJZ falls. Matthew's next to go down, and Schofield just going to roll on out.
Hector is exactly the item he wants as well, the Essence Ring, just constantly keeping his HP topped up. And he sees farm in the bottom lane.
I was about to say, he's like, all right, boys, you got this, right? Just take the tower. I'm going to go bottom. I'll see you later. I've got some items to farm.
The great pilgrimage. Hector goes on it every game.
Every game, yep. There are creeps that must be slain.
Over here, we still haven't seen. Have we seen a Ravage yet? Pretty sure we
have not seen a Ravage yet. I'm not sure what Frank's holding it for. Maybe he just hasn't found the right opportunity. But they're not playing around him either.
No, I feel like it's on the tide to posture forward. We talked about this a couple of times, and he just hasn't been in the positioning of where the enemies want to be taking these fights.
I don't know if he will. Okay, they might be able to get the kill on Schofield here. Yeah, they'll finally take him down. So that's one less hero that they have to worry about. This is definitely going to be a tier 1 that gets taken out.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Feels like they want to go back in, though, Chris Luck. Just going to throw out a couple of these Nether Blasts.
Yeah. TPredator needs to get out of here. He's just, hemorrhaging mana, sitting underneath the effects of that Nether Ward.
The Shackle gets thrown out here by Matthew. It does manage to go and hit that power shot over onto Axe. So it cancels out the blink, but they're still feeling like they want to go in here on the side of Beast Coast. Whisper takes a dagger. Frank trying to get into position here. Again, he still has that Ravage online. Matthew gets taken down by Chris Luck, and there's going to be the first haunt. Rather, not the first haunt, but the haunt going in as Hector finds his eyes over here onto MJZ. Still looking to see what else they can grab here. A buyback coming out now from the Wind Ridge. And look at that damage. Schofield forced to run away. And the BKB is online for MNZ. So it's going to force Hector back. But he's got that Essence Ring. Schofield hiding over here into the corner. They do manage to find him. And they'll go and they'll use the RP over onto Chris Luck as well. This is looking very good. There it is. There's that Ravage we're talking about. And they'll be able to take down Chris Luck. Whisper now forced out. And I think Moose is trying to TP away here. Yeah, he's out. And that's going to open up Roche. They've got the Deso online for the Phantom Assassin. They're feeling a little bit better here now for Thunder Predator.
It's something, but Frank continues to feel a little bit underwhelming this game. That Ravage, I'm not even sure it was even necessary. It was on the tail end of Pugna dying, and it didn't even manage to hit that Earth Spirit up on top of him. But, you know, they do get the Roche on. And I guess they just kind of play it cool here for another, 110 seconds till Ravage is back up. He's got heading out to him. Is it a pipe?
Did use that haunt during all this too, so we'll force... I mean, Hector's okay with hitting creeps, but it definitely feels a little bit worrisome knowing that, you know, some of these big ultimates are on cooldown.
Yep. There's a bounty rune. 50 minutes, or well, no, that was just sitting there for a little while. 21 minutes in the game. Neither team has really had time to head down here yet. But they'll take it slow for a little while now. Both Frank and Schofield this game have felt kind of lost. Not really sure what they want to do, it feels.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised about that. Especially with Schofield, because he's normally very on point when he's playing Earth Spirit, but he just hasn't seemed to find the right setups, it feels.
Yeah. Another thing that's very, very odd is in both of these games, in such a fast-paced patch, Hector here has gotten away with just like farming as much as he wants.
Yeah, that does feel a bit odd.
They've gotten the tier 1 towers first on the side of Beast Coast both games as well. Like, regardless of them playing 4v5 Dota for the start of it, it's just them getting towers.
A little bit of a fight breaking out here. Schofield throws his body into the enemy team. They will happily take that, and then they have a creep wave on the way, so they'll go and take themselves a tier 2 down here. That one little creep. Protect it. Use your ticket into getting this tier 2.
Fortify is still not up as well, so they can turn their eyes to the mid lane. They don't even bother trying to grab that shrine, though. We're only sitting 23 minutes into the game. It's still a little while till it grants them XP. Instead, they're just making a beeline. Because this is the RP and the Ravage timing we just talked about.
Up. To let one of these guys lead in. Won't be able to go and find moves. That position 5 is absolutely dead. Leo style, though. There it is. The Eels, but Whisper following up is going to try to drag him away. MNZ, though, gets a nice bash off over onto Chris Luck, and he just cannot get that Decrepify off in time. MNZ doing the damage.
Yeah, that was some luck there as well. You jump on him, you get the bash when you need it, then you crit as soon as the bash ends.
Feels
you
good
love to
here.
see it.
Where did Radiant's middle tower
Yeah,
go?
Not so much if you're the one getting jumped on, but...
No Fortify available, but MNZ, careful. Your team's backing up, man. Relax a little.
He's got the bloodlust on him. He is a powerful assassin, and he wants to get those murders done. I will say that the top lane is pushed out pretty far, though, so isn't going to be able to go and take any more objectives here in the top lane, at the very least. That's one thing Beast Coast has been doing pretty well. Although, Whisper, though, finding this opening, and immediately Hector shows up with the Haunt. So there was a Matthew there.
Yeah. Not the most value kill. I mean, any space that Matthew can make, I mean, zoning the enemies to that opposite side of the map, especially when that top lane is shoved so far in, I think it's completely fine. So anything to, I guess, buy yourself a little bit more time, because the Spectre, he just needs a couple more items. I mean, once he has the Scotty online, maybe the Basher after that, he'll be able to take these fights against the PA. But right now, it feels too tough. In my opinion, he got away with way too much already going his greedy Radiance build, but they're starting to feel the effects of it as these enemies group up. Like, one good fight with the way of Thunder Predator, and suddenly they lost so much on the map.
Feels like Thunder Predator is spending a lot of time hunting right now. Everyone's already TP'd out. Moose is the only one left here, and he's just hiding out in the tree line.
What have we here?
MNZ hoping he can pick off some stragglers. Moose should probably TP out here.
I mean,
But
this
again,
is
it's all space. They shouldn't be allowed to get away with this.
Dire's bottom
this
tower
is. It feels like a classic Beast Coast again. This is something to do. So, oh, okay, Schofield, you are dead. Oh, Matthew.
Is he? Is he dead?
Press the buttons, Matthew. It's the #1 rule. You waited too long.
Dire's
Classic
bottom tower is
Schofield.
under attack.
Leo Style finds Chris Luck over here. Whisper trying to wait, get into position. He needs to follow up with a call. Shackle will land over into Chris Luck, and they do have that Glimmer Cape on him, but it doesn't matter. MNZ just sees him and murders him.
Yep. This is so annoying. At the top.
This is so Schofield.
It's going to continue to shove in because they have 2 range creeps to the one. But this everything's damaged here. But it will continue to shove in. They need to move a hero up there, and then when they do that, they'll move back to the jungle on Beast Coast, and they'll continue to shove the lane and make space for Hector to farm. This guy will find money, and that's that. He'll tell his team where to go, where to be, and how to best help him farm. Hello, have I talked to you about me, Hector, and how you can help me?
The Church of Hector.
Yeah.
All praise the K1.
It
They
looks
are
like
losing
might...
a little bit of this map. At the very least here. It's like Thunder Predator is putting forward a lot of aggression. Trying to just push the lanes out again. But look at Schofield just constantly trying to be a thorn in their side. And he jumps forward hoping for something here, but just gets kicked away. So you do have that Ghost Scepter here, so tries to make something happen. But they know where the PA is now, and they do have themselves a smoke. To jump forward again, they have the Haunt. They'll be able to take down Leo Style. No RP this time around, but they're really split up over here on the side. It's like they tried to make the moves over onto MNZ. They'll try to go. Oh my god, look at those crits. That's so much damage. Schofield, though, throws out the stick, and again, he's got the BKB, though. Chris Luck forced to go and use his own Decrepify. Trying to save himself. The roll from Schofield just not enough, but there is a fight going on over here in the middle lane. Looks like they will back off, though.
Yeah, Beast Coast, they need to be able to take these scrappy fights. If they can get the Magnus at the start, wonderful. Suddenly they don't have that Empower on the P. Oh, you know, when things are bad, you know, you just manage to find the Paladin sword for the Phantom Assassin. That's just how games go sometimes.
Somebody who prayed to Ice Frog this morning.
Yeah. Greater Fairy Fire as well. Take that and definitely takes the Paladin sword, right? Yeah. Hand it over. There it is. Almost as the
Put
Satanic
it in the bag.
Well.
Nobody gets hurt. MNZ becoming extra powerful now. It is getting scarier, though. Again, the later this goes, the bigger that Spectre gets. She's already got that Eye of Scotty completed. She's working on the Basher. Gonna be difficult for Thunder Predator if they don't start making some moves.
I think they will here. I mean, they have Ravage, they have RP. Haunt is on cooldown for another 60 seconds now. PA just got the Paladin sword. She now has the Satanic completed. I think this is when they have the biggest advantage over Beast Coast. If they can manage to find a fight against them right now, I'd say go for it.
Looks like it might present itself. Hector's being very forward here. Leo Style, considering it. That bash, though, this could open it up. The shackle going through. This is not good here for Hector, but they follow up from Whisper. There's the RP coming out now from Leo Style, and they do have so much damage coming out from MNZ, but it's got the BKB on, so that Blade Mail doesn't do a damn thing. Roll forward again. Schofield looking to see what he can find. Does manage to get stunned up. Beautiful Ravage coming out from Frank. That's the Ravage I was looking for, baby. Can they finish it off? They get the kill over onto Schofield. The rest of the team, Beast Coast, trying to run away, but MNZ, he's just way too powerful. Whisper getting scored right back in. Again, it's a triple kill now for MNZ. Oh, baby. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
You'll have to see it. It looked a little bit rough at the start there. I mean, Beast Coast, they were baiting that one out. They were sitting behind the PA on every hero. They had Pugna there ready to decrepify him if they wanted to go on him. They have the Aeon disc on the Pugna, but it's just not enough. That was a beautiful, beautiful Ravage.
Beautiful.
And here we go again.
MNZ jumping right back in. They skewer out Hector. He's going to have to go use the Haunt, and they're trying to find the real one. He's jumping back and forth all around. They even go, they try to use the dust on him, and they'll be able to find the kill to jump forward now over onto Schofield. Does have the Ghost Scepter, tries to buy himself a little bit more time as boost. Also running in. They're trying to chip down here over onto Frank. Are they going to be able to do it in time? Yes, they managed to take him down, but he's already used the Ravage. So Moo will buy back, Moves rather. Schofield will fall, even though he's already gone and bought back here. I think if you're Thunder Predator, you're very happy with that.
Oh yeah, several heroes buying back. You expend your ultimates. You can just wait for them to come off a cooldown and take the fight again. And of course, they have already scouted Roshan with the courier and then moved the couriers back into base. So with Spectre dead for another 46 seconds and Haunt on cooldown, why not? Who's going to stop her?
Maybe Whisper if he can get over there fast enough, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get there.
I don't think you're going to be able to stop him if he does get there. He's got BKB off cooldown.
He's got the BKB. He's got the Satanic. Maybe they can try to get a snatch. I don't know.
It's got to be an attempt at a snatch. There's no way they manage to take a fight here.
They can help, but there's too many heroes here now. They're not going to be able to do it, especially not without Schofield being there. One more hit, and MNZ gets himself an Aegis.
You liked him before, you'll love him with an Aegis.
You're going to love my PA. All right, here. Well, Ravage is going to be off cooldown about 20-something seconds. You've got an Aegis online for your Phantom Assassin. If you're Thunder Predator right now, you feel pretty confident. It's going to be up to Beast Coast to make sure that they don't get picked off here.
Yep, another 11 seconds here on the Ravage. They just need to position themselves with Frank, and then they're good to go. They've done such a good job at pushing out top lane.
Moose?
Shoved in that. Oh.
So he still has that Ghost Scepter, but I don't think he's going to be able to survive this now. Not when Leo Style just runs in with his face like that. Absolutely not. PA, though, off on her own. Let's spot out Schofield. Hector throws out the dagger. We'll slow her down. She is very spooky.
Ooh, big crits out of the neutral camps.
Big crits. And they are going to find the double damager into. Look at this. Minaw's just running on over. Leo Style has the bottle. I'm sure he's going to drop it. And that way he can bottle it and save it for later.
Mana's not as high as it could be on the PA. Let's see if she'll do anything about that now. Just shove in the mid lane. You know, I have all the tools I need. The only thing she's lacking right now is buyback, and I imagine she'll get a kill before she goes down this next fight. I think they might just go for ending it. I don't know what they're doing up in the top lane trying to slow down Hector. It is...
they don't need to do that.
I thought that they were just going to accept that there was no way they can do anything about this top lane, just deal with the bottom and the mid. East Coast, I feel like a lot of other teams at this point would have just lost the game here if they continue to make space on the map.
They do. I mean, that's one thing that Schofield does incredibly well, right? He is just absolutely super annoying. Forces them to respond to him. Is pretty difficult to kill, too. Throws out a stone. He's attracted the attention of Leo Style and Matthew, and look at him. Just rolls on out, forces them to chase him.
Ooh, cancels the rolling.
So much space. All right, they'll be able to follow up with the Shackle Shot. This is going to be a kill, and they do use a Haunt during all of this. They have the Ghost Scepter. Again, look at the space this man is making. They're gonna be able to kill him, but they waste a good minute trying to do it. While this is going on, you have a whole other fight breaking as they go. They chase after MJZ. Moose is already down. I don't know. Do they still go in on this? Looks like they really want to see if they can get this kill onto MNZ. And he goes. He uses that Abyssal Blade Whisper, though, forced to run away. Hector just trying to kind of fight him a little bit. Gets a nice bash off. Does have that little battery down here in the form of Chris Luck. But MNZ gonna jump forward again. That Aeon just keeping Chris Luck alive a little bit longer, but this is not looking great for the GG branch gets landed here from Matthew. It's so nice to see it. You love to see it. But the RP followed up here from Leo Style will cancel out any of their plans. Hector doing so much damage on this backline over onto Leo Style, forces him to eat that cheese. Chris Luck, though, will fall during all this. And the Glimmer Cave buys a little bit more time for Leo Style. Whisper trying to get as much damage as possible. He just doesn't have it, though, as he's going to get taken down by MNZ. Shackle comes out. They do finally manage to take down Leo Style. They want to get MNZ, but again, he still has this Aegis. He's too powerful. Goes right back in again, tries to just man fight, though. The buybacks are coming out in mass. They get the dunk off. Whisper now waiting patiently, does have the call up again, and they should be able to finally take MNZ down for good. There it is.
Yeah, that entire fight, everything going so right there was off the back of what Schofield was doing in the top lane. He managed to get two heroes to head up there. Was it the Magnus and the Wind Ranger, and they are so important in these fights. You need to be able to deal with the Pugna on the back line. And when you're losing these big stuns, you lose Frank at the start of the team fight, then PA is not able to do anything by yourself because you have so much room for juking and out playing with these Decrepifiers. We talked about them struggling to catch some of these heroes on Beast Coast at the start of the game. We just saw it right there. I think the RP didn't land on anyone there. The Pugna ended up dodging with the Yules, didn't he?
He did. He did.
Yeah,
the itemization coming out from the side of East Coast is looking so good. Like, they definitely felt like they're a little bit on the back foot here, but these Ghost Scepters have been paying off. The Blade Mail obviously doing quite a bit as well. They just got a telescope picked up too. I don't know. It definitely felt like they needed to be worried with this PA being as big as she was, but Hector is just rapidly becoming this huge problem that they don't have a solution to. Frank's still holding on to that Ravage. He has it if he wants to try to go in, but they go put the Battle Hunger on him, so he's not going to be able to blink. He's going to have to walk in slowly. Hector, again, he's got this little battery in the form of a Pugna, but he does get skewered very, very far back here. Uses the Haunt, though, just going to juke away. Goes, uses the Nonso style again. As they do get a roll forward over here on the side, they can see that Matthew's here. Call's going to be coming out from... Yeah, there it is. Whisper finds a kill on Matthew. There is no Wind Ranger that's going to be able to help them out unless they decide to buy back, but... Seems like they're satisfied with that, and the rest of the team just gonna walk away now and let them deal with these creeps in their base.
Yeah, I mean, some of these, I felt like Frank could have or popped the Ravage right there. I was gonna say RP. You know, when after the PA got skewered back into the tower, it felt like a great opportunity. You stun the enemy, stop him being able to save. You stun her underneath the tier 4 towers. I felt like it could have been great, but I guess he hesitated, waiting for Phantom Assassin to come back up. But they need to stick together at this point. They can't keep letting Schofield and Beast Coast take these scrappy fights and separate them. That's exactly what they want to do.
That's what Schofield keeps forcing them to do. He's just constantly pushing out these waves, making them respond.
They need to just go in for the end. This is like just some undisciplined Dota from Thunder Predator. I feel like they don't have... they just don't feel on the ball, so to speak.
They don't have Aegis anymore either. They don't have Aegis, they don't have Cheese. You've got an Abyssal Blade completed now for Hector. It becomes a lot scarier now. Witless Shaco does get found, though. Probably give that to the Ogre, if I had to guess.
Yeah, him picking that one up. I mean, he's not going to have to deal... Well, he might just hold on... Oh, never mind, he's got the courier flying at him. No, he didn't get in. What's he got? Courier? Or he's sending himself out for staff or something like that. He's just going to hold on to this Philosopher's Stone. They might give the Witless Shaco to the Magnus, to the Tide Hunter.
Frank too. Yeah, Frank wouldn't be bad with it. Just tank him up even a little bit more.
He doesn't have much mana left at that point, if that's what he does, though. He's only sitting on 800 right now. He'd be down to 400 max
That's
mana.
True. That is a bit problematic.
You can Ravage and then...
It's past midnight.
That's okay.
All right, there's another double damager in here for MNZ. So, like you said, it might be time to try to just close it out if you're Thunder Predator, because the later this goes, the scarier this becomes. And they do have all their ultimates back up on both sides here.
E-Blade now almost down on the Spectre, and that is huge for stopping the PA.
That's terrifying. All right, there's going to be the call. They've got the Haunt as they're jump in. Nice Ravage, though, coming out from Frank, but where's the rest of the team? Where's the damage? MNZ jumping in. Oh, that's a big crit on Whisper. There is no Axe now available, followed up with the RP over here onto Hector. Chris Luck trying to get in there. Hector's so very, very tanky. Moose try. Oh, my God. MNZ just slices Moose in half. Roll forward again, trying to just take out Frank. He's very, very tanky. There it is, the Decrepify. I'm not sure if that was the right play, though, here, Chris Luck, as it looks like Hector, he wants to hit people. Chris Luck gonna go down here. Triple kill now coming out for MNZ, and he is just murdering everyone. Is this guy gonna be getting a rampage now? Because it's feeling like it's gonna be the case. Hector, he's so tanky. He's been held up here against the tree. Multicast comes out. They're just trying to do everything left and right. Do they have the damage, though? It's a big crit. There it is. There's the rampage for MNZ. Like you said, Thunder Predator, they just needed to fight. And by God, that's what they just did. No buyback on any of these heroes on the side of Beast Coast. They're going on in. They're taking buildings. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go and just try to take some tier 4s as well.
I mean, they're doing an excellent job on kiting this PA on the side of Beast Coast, but you can only stall for so long. Once you have to fight underneath that Ravage, underneath the RP, PA is just going to pick off your backline one by one while Spectre is just chasing people. So just like that, she manages to rip your team apart, and without the Pugna alive, that's your number one tool of juking her and just trying to play around that. So, Pugna dead becomes easy.
Yeah, I guess on the bright side, they are going for Megas. They're not going straight for the finish. Is somebody going to finish that? Thank you, MJZ, for realizing that they did not finish their work. Real team player over there.
No one gets to farm until you finish these Raxes.
But
I feel like it's more of a K1 punishment than
right.
anyone else.
Just like that, that's Megas. This is
I feel as if they could have ended the game right there, though.
They could have. I believe they definitely could. They took 3 Raxes during that time. They definitely could have just finished the game because there was no buyback, but perhaps they didn't know that. And that's why they played it a little bit safe here. Oh, interesting. We get the Ag Scepter on the Phantom Assassin, too.
I hope they don't pay for that one.
Gold for me.
I mean, Minos likes to throw. I can hear Mr. Avo Plus just, oh god, please, Minos, no. Dios mío.
Let's hope that's not the case, though. All right.
You hope so. If you're a Thunder Predator fan, you don't want that to happen. Immediately, the Haunt gets used over here onto Leo style, and they're just going to remove him from the game for 115 seconds. And they're still looking to fight over here. Hector going into the Haunt. Needs some help. There's going to be the Ravage coming out from Frank. And again, very, very taken. Oh my god, the damage, though, coming out from MNZ. Chris Luck forced to be that little battery, trying to keep Hector alive a little bit longer here. They'll just slice through. This is not looking good for Hector. He's going to try to get over to this high ground here, but there are plenty of other heroes on the other side. MNZ, though, getting kited left and right. He's going to try to get the jump over here onto Chris Luck. He's going to be able to find it. He's already used the Satanic. He's used pretty much everything in his kit. He goes for the double kill now. Chases down Whisper, gets himself yet another kill. They can just go and finish this game right here, right now. GG, well played, gets called. Split 1-1 here. Beast Coast and Thunder Predator.
No, Beast Coast, looks like they almost had him a couple of times there, but Thunder Predator, all they need to do is group up and take these fights. Schofield doing an amazing job at splitting the heroes and Thunder Predator up. But, you know, once you were grouped up like that, there was nothing that Beast Coast could do. This PA had so much damage at that point. They did an amazing job kiting and whatnot, but too much damage by the end of the game. And she's just jumping around from target to target with the Abyssal Blade, with the triple stifling daggers hitting everybody. The Phantom Strikes with the Aghanim Scepter. There's just no stopping her.
So, you know, hats off to Schofield. He really was making a lot of the right moves, trying to just make them pay attention to him, trying to buy enough time for Hector. But I mean, God, MNZ, what a beast! 23-2-7. Again, we did kind of run into that issue where it felt like they were just unable to really hard commit, especially after, what was that, the second Aegis or whatnot. But once they committed, my God, that man, he got a rampage in this game, and he deserved every moment of it. He just looked so good. He had a GPM of 841. Like, that's wild. That's actually wild. And again, he is empowered by the Magnus. It was nice to see Leo style back in that mid lane too. I definitely think that helped him quite a bit. But yeah, you know, this is why these are the two best teams in SA. They really push each other to the limits. And it's always fun to watch them, for sure.
100%. I'm struggling to pull up my post game right now. I want to look at these stats. I think here we are. I'll just have to pull it up on. No, it still says it's live. It doesn't say it's finished. This is, you know, sometimes I can't get what I want, Moxxi, but
you can't always get what you want, Neph.
Yeah, I'd say just like Schofield, it looked like he didn't really know where to be at the start of that game, but once again, towards the end, just amazing plays by him. Frank as well. He got some very sick ravages off towards the end, despite the fact that he as well, I felt like he could have contributed to the earlier fights a little bit better, sat in front of the towers. That's one of the things that Tidehunter does better than a lot of other people. Force them to initiate on you. That way you don't need to buy that Blink Dagger. You just take these fights in like key positions either you want to take or the enemies want to take.
Agreed. I will say that that Ravage in the mid lane, though, oh my God, it was beautiful. It was so good. Definitely made up for the fact that he wasn't present in some of those earlier fights. But, you know, all the pieces eventually came together for the side of Thunder Predator and Beast Coast. It just took a little too long, I think. And like you said, there was a lot of kind of wandering around where they weren't sure where they wanted to go. So, but yeah, guys, it is quite late here. It's like 12:30 a.m. where I am. So we are going to call it a night. That was our last series of the day. It's now into the next day, actually. But we will have more of the Summit 13 sponsored by Monster Energy coming up tomorrow. I believe the first match of the day is Cat Jammers versus 4 Zoomers. So Cat Jammers, if you're not aware, is the crazy squad. They just no longer have an organization. So you can show up and see plenty of your favorites like Keizu and Aoi 2000 and, the 4 Zoomers, who are one of my favorite NA teams, honestly. I really love the way that they've been playing and drafting, but we'll have to see if they've adapted a little bit more to the patch. But that is going to be the first match for tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching with us tonight, for sticking with us. Had a great time casting with you, Neph. We're going to be seeing quite a bit of each other in the next couple days. And shout out to Sakai for running the stream for us. But that's it from us tonight, guys. And we will hopefully see you tomorrow.